Here's a refined outro script for your Kentucky 2001 $quarter video. Movie camera outro script. Welcome to my channel. Today we looked at the United States of America $quarter, Kentucky 1792, my old Kentucky home, 2001, e pluribus unum. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, my fellow coin collectors. And remember, one rare coin could make you feel like a billionaire. Subscribe for more amazing coin stories. Do you also want me to make a super short version, 10 seconds? That's easy to repeat at the end of every video? Here's a refined outro script for your Kentucky 2001 $quarter video. Movie camera outro script. Welcome to my channel. Today we looked at the United States of America $quarter, Kentucky 1792, my old Kentucky home, 2001, e pluribus unum. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, my fellow coin collectors. And remember, here's a long, continuous 10-minute style explanation for the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter, United States of America, my old Kentucky home. The 2001 Kentucky Quarter, officially part of the United States Mint 50 State Quarters program, is a fascinating modern commemorative issue that captures the cultural and historical spirit of the bluegrass state while continuing America's long tradition of coinage artistry. On the obverse, as with all state quarters, the design features the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, adapted from John Flanagan 1932 design, with inscriptions including United States of America, Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, the denomination $quarter, and the mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. The reverse is what makes this quarter unique to Kentucky. It proudly depicts my old Kentucky home, a historic mansion in Bardstown, symbolizing the state's heritage, with a finely detailed federal-style house framed by a decorative racehorse behind a fence in the foreground, reflecting Kentucky's world-renowned horse racing and breeding industry. Around the design are the inscriptions Kentucky 1792, the year Kentucky joined the Union as the 15th state, 2001, the year of issue, e pluribus unum, and the motto My Old Kentucky Home, a tribute to the famous state song written by Stephen Foster, which has become deeply associated with Kentucky culture, and especially the annual Kentucky Derby. The coin's specifications follow the standard for all circulating U.S. quarters of the era. It measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, weighs 5.67 grams, and is composed of a copper, nickel-clad alloy over a pure copper core, making it durable for commerce but still affordable to mint in large numbers. Kentucky quarters were struck at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, with the latter producing both proof and silver-proof collector versions, and mint marks appear on the obverse near Washington's bust. Historically, the Kentucky Quarter was the 15th release in the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, and it played an important role in drawing millions of new collectors, young and old, into the hobby of coin collecting. With a mintage of over 700 million pieces across all mints, the coin was widely circulated, but higher-grade uncirculated coins or proof examples remain especially desirable to collectors today. Beyond its face value, the Kentucky Quarter tells a deeper story. It reflects the importance of agriculture, horse breeding, and cultural traditions in Kentucky's economy and identity, while also representing the broader initiative of the U.S. Mint to connect everyday Americans with their nation's history through pocket change. Collectors cherish the coin for its design, symbolism, and the sense of nostalgia it brings, and it continues to be a favorite among those who collected the state quarters as they were released. As part of the larger 50 State Quarters series, the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter is more than just a circulating coin. It is a miniature piece of art and a historical document, celebrating both the entry of Kentucky into the Union in 1792 and its lasting cultural contributions to the United States. Would you like me to also create a YouTube script version of this coin's story, written in a smooth narrative style so you can use it directly for your video narration? Here's a long, continuous 10-minute style explanation for the 2000 New Hampshire State Quarter, United States of America. Live free or die / old man of the mountain. The 2000 New Hampshire Quarter, issued as part of the United States Mint 50 State Quarters program, is a historically significant coin that honors the heritage and symbolism of the Granite State while celebrating its admission into the Union in 1788 as the ninth state. Like all state quarters, the obverse features the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed originally by John Flanagan in 1932, with inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and quarter dollar, along with the mint mark placed near Washington's ponytail. What sets this coin apart is the reverse design, which proudly showcases the state's official emblem and motto. Dominating the reverse is an engraving of the famous Old Man of the Mountain, a natural granite rock formation located on Cannon Mountain in New Hampshire's White Mountains, which resembled the profile of a human face and stood as the state's most recognizable symbol until its tragic collapse in 2003. To the left of the design is New Hampshire's bold state motto, "Live free or die." Words originally spoken by Revolutionary War hero General John Stark in 1809, expressing the fierce independence and commitment to liberty that defines the state's identity. Around the edge are inscriptions of New Hampshire, 1788, marking its statehood, 2000, year of coin release, and the national motto E Pluribus Unum, completing the design. The coin measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, weighs 5.67 grams, and is struck in a copper-nickel clad composition over a pure copper core, making it the same size and weight as other Washington quarters of the modern era. It was minted at Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, with the San Francisco Mint producing both clad proofs and silver-proof versions for collectors, while circulation strikes were issued in the hundreds of millions, ensuring that nearly every American at the time had the chance to see and collect it. Beyond its physical specifications, the New Hampshire quarter tells a deeper story. The Old Man of the Mountain was not just a rock formation, but a cultural and natural treasure that symbolized resilience and permanence, so much so that it appeared on state road signs, license plates, and countless works of art. The inclusion of the motto, "Live free or die," makes this quarter especially powerful, as no other state quarter includes such a strong declaration of principle, directly connecting coinage to the ideals of independence and self-determination rooted in the American Revolution. Because of the collapse of the Old Man of the Mountain in May 2003, just 3 years after this coin was issued, the 2000 New Hampshire quarter has taken on even greater emotional and historical significance, serving as a lasting tribute to a natural wonder that no longer exists. For collectors, circulated pieces are common and affordable, but uncirculated coins in mint condition or proof strikes remain highly valued for their sharp details and brilliance. As part of the broader 50 State Quarters program, which successfully engaged millions of new hobbyists in coin collecting, the 2000 New Hampshire quarter represents both the physical beauty of the granite state and the enduring ideals of liberty and independence that remain central to its identity. More than just a small piece of metal, here's a long, detailed 10-minute style explanation for the 2001 North Carolina State Quarter, United States of America. First flight. The 2001 North Carolina Quarter, part of the United States Mint 50 State Quarters program, is one of the most iconic and historically celebrated quarters in the entire series because it commemorates one of humanity's greatest achievements, the first powered flight by the Wright brothers. As with all state quarters, the obverse features the portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932 and modified slightly for the state quarter program, along with inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and quarter dollar, with the mint mark placed near Washington's hair ribbon. The reverse design is what makes this coin so remarkable. It depicts the famous moment of December 17, 1903, when Orville and Wilbur Wright achieved the world's first successful powered flight at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. The design shows the Wright Flyer, the pioneering aircraft that lifted Orville right into the air while Wilbur ran alongside, a symbol of innovation, courage, and human progress. Above the image is the inscription First Flight, while around the design are the inscriptions North Carolina, 1789, the year North Carolina became the 12th state to join the Union, 2001, the coin's year of issue, and the motto E Pluribus Unum. The quarter measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, weighs 5.67 grams, and is composed of copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core, the standard composition for modern quarters, though collector-proof versions were also minted in silver. Minting took place at Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, with circulation strikes numbering in the hundreds of millions, while proof and silver-proof editions were made in smaller numbers for collectors. Historically, the North Carolina quarter is significant not only for its subject matter, but also for its role in educating Americans about the state's central place in the story of aviation. The Wright brothers' achievement at Kitty Hawk is widely regarded as the event that ushered humanity into the modern age of flight, eventually leading to the global aviation industry, space exploration, and technological progress that transformed the 20th century. By placing this image on a coin, the United States Mint ensured that millions of Americans were reminded daily of the spirit of ingenuity and determination that defines both North Carolina and the nation as a whole. For collectors, the 2001 North Carolina quarter is common in circulated grades due to its high mintage, but uncirculated examples with sharp details, strong luster, or proof-like qualities are more sought after, especially in certified higher mint state grades. Silver-proof versions struck at San Francisco carry additional collector appeal for their limited production and precious metal content. Symbolically, this coin stands out in the entire state quarter series because it links the founding ideals of the nation, liberty and unity, with one of its proudest accomplishments in science and technology, making it a favorite not just for numismatists but also for aviation enthusiasts and history lovers. Ultimately, the North Carolina First Flight Quarter is more than a piece of pocket change. It is a tribute to the spirit of invention, perseverance, and progress, a lasting reminder that from the sands of Kitty Hawk, mankind's dream of flight took wing and changed the world forever. Would you like me to also create a storytelling-style YouTube narration script for this coin, so your viewers feel the excitement of the Wright brothers' achievement while learning about the quarter? Here's a long, continuous 10-minute style explanation for the 2001 Vermont State Quarter, United States of America. Freedom and unity. The 2001 Vermont Quarter, part of the United States Mint 50 State Quarters program, is a remarkable coin that pays tribute to the heritage, culture, and natural beauty of the Green Mountain State, while also reminding collectors of its proud motto, freedom and unity. Like every state quarter, the obverse features the portrait of George Washington, adapted from John Flanagan classic 1932 design, with inscriptions including United States of America, Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and quarter dollar, as well as the mint mark identifying its origin. The reverse, however, makes this coin distinctively Vermonter. It depicts a peaceful scene of a maple tree being tapped for sap, complete with buckets to collect the liquid that will be boiled down into the maple syrup for which Vermont is famous. In the background, the Camel's Hump Mountain is depicted, one of Vermont's most recognizable natural landmarks. Around the design are inscriptions reading Vermont, 1791, the year Vermont joined the Union as the 14th state, 2001, the year the quarter was released, E pluribus unum, and the state motto Freedom and Unity, which reflects Vermont's balance of individual independence with commitment to community and statehood. The quarter itself follows the same specifications as other modern Washington quarters. 24.26 millimeters in diameter, 5.67 grams in weight, and composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy over a pure copper core, though collector versions were also minted in 90% silver proofs at San Francisco for numismatists. Production occurred at the Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, mints with hundreds of millions struck for circulation, making them widely available in pocket change during their release year. The Vermont quarter is historically significant because maple sugaring is not only an agricultural staple, but also a cultural tradition in Vermont, symbolizing the state's deep connection to its land and natural resources. By showing sap buckets and a mountain backdrop, the design captures both the hard work of Vermonters and the rugged beauty of the state's landscape. Collectors often note that the 2001 Vermont quarter is one of the more symbolic issues in the series, linking natural resource heritage with civic ideals. Circulated examples remain common and worth only face value, but uncirculated coins, especially those in higher mint state grades or silver proofs, command collector premiums for their sharp detail and brilliance. Symbolically, the motto Freedom and Unity is especially powerful. It captures the essence of Vermont's independent spirit, being the first state admitted after the original 13 colonies, while emphasizing that unity was necessary to thrive as part of the Union. As a piece of art, currency, and history combined, the Vermont State Quarter connects daily commerce with deeper cultural meaning, reminding all who see it of the values of hard work, freedom, unity, and respect for nature that continue to define Vermont today. Do you want me to also make a collector's guide note for the 2001 Vermont Quarter?